The one thing that everybody wants, the one thing that we're all looking for in this world is approval.
How far down does it want to take us, Taylor?
All the way down. No more.
All the way down. It can get you to say, life's not worth living, man. I'm checking out.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it's insane. Like there was a point in time in my life where like I did want to commit suicide because I was listening so much to that low vibrational voice. And I can't imagine. And now, knowing what I know now, like ever doing anything like that. And it's kind of crazy where you'll be in one place in life and then where you'll be in another season just with a little bit of knowledge. And like I can't imagine if I saw you all the time how life-changing that would truly be.
Matrix, I see like people like
That's it. That's it. And what you can't change other people, but you can change yourself.
Glenn Ackerman, Energy Awareness Training. Today's video is the 6 phases of energy that you must know to succeed and achieve. 6 phases of energy awareness, of energy phases that you must know in order to succeed and achieve. You ever wonder why you have 2 people who are pretty much equal in intelligence and in drive and in motivation, and yet one of them succeeds and the other one doesn't? You've seen that probably in school. Why is that? A lot of people say, well, they're just lucky. Well, is it luck? We don't think so. In energy awareness training, we know that below everything that happens is an energetic realm of that drives what it is that we see. You may have heard me say that energetic law is that which we can see, we can control. That which we can't see controls us. And what that means is that there are a lot of hidden factors when we're talking about energy. And energy awareness training is all about identifying those hidden factors that are influencing us every day. Factors that want to build us up, factors that want us to achieve our goals, and there are other factors that don't, that want to block that. Now, I've been studying success for a long time and noticing that there are certain energetic patterns that take place on the success process or the achievement process. So let's talk about that. So you have something that you want to do, okay? And whether it's go to school, get a degree, whether it's, learn a new language or a musical instrument, whether it's get in top shape, become a top athlete, learn how to run a 10K marathon, something that inspires you, but at this point, you're nowhere near ready to be able to do it or have it. It's just right now, it's an inspiration. Okay, so many of us, in fact, everybody goes through that. You get inspired about something, and yet so many people don't achieve. The level of achievement from people who start out is about 5%. Why is that? I often wondered why. And I'm going to go through this methodically with you, and you're gonna learn, again, energetically what's taking place. You're gonna learn there's a lot more than just willpower when it comes to success, and that energy is a very important point of this. So let me do a short recap of how the energies work, and then we'll go into the topic for today. So energy awareness, what we are is we're aware that we're living in an energetic world, an energetic planet, and everything that we're doing is an energetic exchange. So whether it's our career, going to work, getting along with our families, staying healthy, making money, doing our hobbies, whatever, the mere action that we take is energy. And Nikola Tesla said, if you really want to understand the mysteries of life, what's really behind what it is that we see, then you want to start looking at life in terms of energy frequency and vibration. That's a major quote, and that's what I base my work on. The ability to be able to not just notice things on the surface level, but to go below the surface and see what's really happening. You know, I often use the metaphor of the iceberg. 10% above the water is what you can see, 90% below the water you can't see. And the Titanic wasn't sunk by the 10% it could see, it was sunk by the 90% so that it couldn't see. So I was saying this is that which we can see, we can control. That which we can't see controls us. So in energy awareness training, we opened up a whole new realm of understanding, a whole new realm of awareness and consciousness in this world as we navigate and try to move through our lives and achieve, create things, and have a great life. And so much of that is finding something that we love or something that we want to do and succeeding on that. Now, there are two energies that we're going to be dealing with as we talk about the phases of energy success tonight. And that is a high vibration energy and a low vibration energy. So one of the energetic laws I teach is that we live in a law under the law of duality, which means, or you could say polarity, which means there's always an opposite of anything that we're dealing with. So if I'm going to the left, there's the right. If I go up, there's a down. If I go in, there's an out. If you have male, you have a female. If you have light, you have darkness, etc. So we're dealing with two energies. And balance is very important in our lives in leading a happy, healthy, productive life. So understand that these two energies are constantly influencing us. And much of it is that we're not aware of yet. They operate in a hidden manner inside us in our energies. And I have a video that goes over all of that. But for this video, understand that inside us is we're actually energetic beings. And we're sending energy and we're receiving energy. And the energy that we are sending is based upon our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our beliefs, and our behaviors. So whatever's going on in here internally is what we're putting out there. So you can see, happy, positive, productive people are having happy, positive, productive thoughts, feelings, emotions, and behaviors. And in high vibration energy, that energy creates more high vibration energy. So when you're around people who are in high vibration energy, activities, places, things, you're going to get more of that, right? Happy people, people that you love, make you feel good. So high vibration energy is really about being in a frequency of positivity, of expansion, of being unlimited, of oneness, of caring, of sharing, of love, of kindness, of abundance, all the things that we want. But there's another energy, because in the law of duality or the law of polarity, its job is to block that. So if I have an energy that wants to build us up, under the law of duality, we've got an energy that wants to pull us down. And that energy we call low vibration energy. It shows up as anxiety, worry, stress, doubt, fear, procrastination, etc. And we can usually spot the low vibration energy because it causes chaos, disruption, distraction, keeps us away from the things that we want by temporarily, like a shiny object that distracts us from what we're doing. And these are key factors that we're going to be talking about tonight because they influence the success process. And they're part of the energetic phases that I'm going to be talking to you about. Okay, so understand that we have these energies and they're influencing us all the time in everything that we do. The high vibration energy is there for us to use, but if we want to use that energy, we have to do something to connect to it. It's like if I was in this room and it was dark, what would I have to do for it to stay dark? Nothing, right? The darkness just keeps coming, as long as it's nighttime. But if I want there to be light, I have to get off my chair, I have to go over to the light switch, and I have to flip on the light. Not a lot of effort, but I got to do something, right? So understand that high vibration energy, the energies that we want, we have to do something for it. We have to connect to it. We have to keep that energy moving, because that's part of high vibration energy. High vibration energy is moving. It's moving up. It's moving out. We're growing. We're learning. We're getting better, etc. The low vibration energy is the energy that wants to do just the opposite, wants to constrict us, wants to bring us down, wants to capture us, wants to keep the energy stuck and not moving. Okay, so when energy moves, you're connecting to high vibration energy. When energy doesn't move or it's stuck, and if you notice people who are in low vibration energy, people who are depressed or people who are negative or people who are complaining all the time, when you're around them, it rubs off on you and you kind of feel, you hear somebody complaining for half an hour, or you ask somebody, hey, how you doing today? They go, oh, I got a pain in my neck and I got this and I got that, You can feel the energy kind of pulling you down. So remember, high vibration energy attracts more high vibration energy, more good stuff. Low vibration energy does just the opposite, wants to block your ability to move in high vibration energy. Okay, and we're dealing with these forces all the time. Okay, now let's talk about the energy phases of success and achievement. So, as I mentioned before, many of us have seen people with great talent and great abilities. And I had a guy, I went to high school with a guy who was an amazing baseball player. And he was just head and shoulders better than everybody else could hit the ball. You would think this guy's going to be a professional baseball player. And he went to college on a baseball scholarship, and he got signed by the major leagues, and he was a major league player for a while. And then he ran into some personal problems and got distracted, kind of like the stuff we're going to talk about tonight. And then he got cut, and then his baseball career was over. And you think, boy, the guy had so much talent. You guys all know that. You see people who are great in sports, people great in music, people who have writing talent, or whatever it is, and they're good enough to be pros. They're good enough to go all the way, and yet they don't. Why is that? That's a big mystery. And when I was coming up in the personal development industry and, learning all for the many, many years, reading books, attending seminars, classes, I pretty much, even though they were different books and different teachers, they were pretty much saying the same thing. That you gotta you gotta go for it, and you use your willpower and strive and conquer and succeed. Well, that works, I think, for about maybe 1% of the people, if that. And if that formula worked, we all know that. It's not a big mystery. We all would have succeeded, or we would all have been whatever we wanted to be as kids, whether it's the baseball or football hero or the rock star or the beauty queen or whatever you can think of. But we didn't. And I wonder, in terms of energy awareness, how does that process work, right? What's that all about? So I'm here to explain it to you and go in depth on how the energy phases of success work. So let's start. There's 6 of them. Let's start with the first one. The first one is you have a vision. You get inspired by something. With little girls, they see, the Olympic gymnasts and they go, wow, I want to do that. Or maybe a friend of yours is running marathons or running 10Ks. You go, wow, I want to do that. Or you see somebody on TV singing or playing the guitar or the piano. You go, wow, I'd like to do that. Whatever it is, you have a vision of something that you'd like to do that you don't have the skill right now, but it's inspired you to have a vision. Well, that's high vibration energy, right? You're thinking, wow, I can be more, I can do more, I can achieve more. That's what I want to do. Great. So that's the first phase. Getting inspired, having a vision of what you could be, of what you want to do, of having it just, something that you just are passionate about. So we all experience that in that first phase, the inspiration and the vision. Okay. Now we want to go to step 2. Step 2 is, okay, let's say I want to be a gymnast. Okay, we'll use that example. Okay, well, what do I have to do? We'll take a couple examples. Gymnast, or how about learning to run marathons, or learning a musical instrument? All those examples, because they all fit. So, okay, well, what do I have to do? Here's the second phase. Okay, what do I have to do to be able to achieve that? It's not enough for me to wish it, right? I have to learn the skills. I have to learn what people who are already successful in that genre do. What do? Well, gymnasts learn gymnastic moves. They get a teacher, somebody who has already done that and can explain the moves. If you're learning how to run, maybe you get a running coach that shows you the different levels and the steps to success. For music, maybe you get a music teacher, right? Or if you're going to school, you enroll in college. So the second phase is you start learning the discipline and the procedures of what it is that you want to succeed at, okay? And then you become very, very clear about that. You formulate your plan of action. And you recognize it's going to take effort, it's going to take focus, it's going to take dedication. But that's what you want, right? Okay. Second phase. Now we move into the third phase. And the third phase is, okay, now I'm implementing my plan. So if I'm running, I'm running every day, running with the coach. If I've signed up for school, I'm attending classes, I'm taking tests. If I'm learning a musical instrument, I've got weekly lessons where, I have a plan for me to learn the guitar, the piano, or the voice, or the trombone, or whatever it is. So we have the plan laid out for us, okay? Sound familiar? All of us have gotten up to the third phase. All of us, when we were kids, taking lessons, for whatever, gymnastic lessons or guitar lessons or whatever they could be. So now we move into the fourth phase. So we've all experienced that, when we were kids. If you took like ice skating lessons, right? You saw somebody's beautiful ice skater. You said, hey, Mom or Dad, I want to take lessons. I want to be in the Olympics. Cool. They call the local ice rink. You go down there, you sign up for lessons, and now every Monday and Thursday, you're going to take your ice skating lessons down at the roller rink, okay? Or you're going to take your regular guitar lessons, or you're going to do your regular workout. So that's phase 3. Okay, we've all experienced phase 3. Now we want to move into phase 4, because this is really important. What happens is, over time, as we're pursuing something that we love, we have an energy that wants to inspire us, that gives us the vision of, if you're the gymnast or the ice skater, being in the Olympics, or, getting maybe getting a ribbon for running your 10K, or being able to, be a musician, perform on stage. We all have that vision. And that's moving in a direction of high vibrational energy. Now, what kicks in sooner or later is the resistance. And this is phase number 4, the resistance. And that is, there comes a time where it gets tough. And when there start appearing distractions, it gets tougher. There are things going on, and all of a sudden, you might be missing practice sessions, or you might be missing lessons, or something comes up that you got to deal with. And that happens to 99% of everybody who starts to pursue a goal or a dream. There's going to be distractions. There's going to be resistance. What is that? That's the low vibration energy kicking in, saying, do I really want to practice today? Or do I really want to go for a run? It's raining outside. I don't know. It's that energy that wants to pull you away from what it is that you want to do, your original goal. And that's the big drop off. You know, you meet so many people who go, yeah, I used to be a really good ice skater when I was a kid. My sister was a pretty good ice skater. And then what happened? Well, school happened and dating and this thing, and she was a member of the band, and whatever it was, an energy came in that started to create resistance from your original goal. And that's what knocks out 99% of the people who are trying to achieve anything, because they're not prepared for the resistance. Now, I'm here to tell you that resistance is an energy, and it's what I call low vibration energy. It's an energy that's designed to take you out of a high vibration energy. So you notice whenever you commit to doing something that takes time, effort, commitment, energy, and when you go, whatever it is that goal is that you're doing, when you achieve that goal, man, you feel great. That's absolute high vibrational energy that you're experiencing. When you don't achieve your goal, when you give up or you get distracted or you got a great excuse, that's low vibration energy. Now remember, high vibration energy feels good, low vibration energy doesn't feel good. So achieving goals, they're not easy to do. You know, getting a gold medal is not easy to do. You know, running a 10K, not easy to do. Being a great singer or guitar player or pianist or writer, not easy to do. It takes consistent time and effort over a long stretch of time, sometimes years. But once you're able to do that, and once you're able to grab that success, you feel fantastic. And that's connecting to a high vibratory feeling. Now, the low vibration energy wants to prevent that from happening. Doesn't want you to feel good about yourself. Doesn't want you to be proud of the efforts and the dedication you had. Wants you to quit, or it wants you to put it off and come back to it. My sister was a great flute player too. She was talented. She's an ice skater, a flute player, and champion badminton player. And all of those things went by the wayside because she got distracted by this and by that. And I don't know about her, but we all know that when we commit to do things that take time and effort and focus, and we really want it, and we don't follow through, and we don't achieve, we don't finish, we don't conclude what it is we said we're going to do, it's not a good feeling. And I'm sure you can think of stuff, you know, in your lives. You wanted to be a championship this, or you wanted to be a pro this, and you wanted to have that, whatever it was, and you didn't make it. Now, the low vibration energy has a great excuse. I mean, it is perfectly logic. And what it does is it dances on your head and says, well, you know, you're doing great with, you know, with the training and stuff, but, you know, don't overdo it. You know, let's do something else, or let's skip today and we'll do tomorrow, or let's take a week off, or whatever. And it's perfectly logical. You know, yeah. And that's how these hidden energies work. You know, they don't come to you and say, hey, I'm Mr. Low Vibration Energy, and I'm here to sabotage, you know, your goals and your dreams and your visions. And so I'm going to give you a suggestion, and if you listen to me, you're not going to know it, but it's going to totally derail your training process. It doesn't say that. It's cunning and it's sneaky. And you have to be aware of this. This is what energy awareness training is all about. This is what it means to be aware of how the energies work. So it's in that fourth stage when the resistance comes, and you can expect resistance because that's the way it works. You know, people are going for, you know, the trophy or the gold medal or the brass ring, you get to the phase 4 where it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, or there's tremendous resistance, or you have a setback, something happens that you hadn't expected, maybe an injury, or maybe a family challenge or problem comes, something, it's the distraction. And again, that wipes out over 99% of the people who are trying to achieve a goal. But being energetically aware is understanding that's part of the process. Oh, people get discouraged, people get frustrated. That's part of the success process. I tell you, there's no one who's ever achieved anything great that didn't have to deal with frustration, that didn't have to deal with setbacks, that didn't maybe even have to deal with heartache in some instances where there was a disappointment, or someone, told them, you're never gonna make it. It's a pipe dream you're going through, etc. You study the people who have succeeded, and I have, they all went through this phase 4 of resistance, of looking like it's not gonna happen, and the dream's about to die. But I'm here to tell you that if you welcome that process, not resist it, but if you welcome the process, that's going to take you into phase number 5. And phase number 5 is a just bullhead stubbornness that I'm going to keep training, I'm going to keep practicing, I'm going to keep running, I'm going to keep writing, whatever it is that you're doing, until I succeed. I don't care if it takes a year, I don't care if it takes 10 years. I'm going to do this thing no matter what. And all the excuses that the low vibration energy are trying to shoot you, you can't do it because of this, or you can't do it because of that, or whatever, they just bounce off you like water off a duck. And it's in that 5th phase of continuing action, even though the thoughts are, frustration, or you're never going to make it, or they're negative, the ability to dissolve or release that thought process, that energy, that low vibration energy, and to keep moving forward no matter what, is the key, is the bridge that gets you over to the final phase, which is phase number 6, which is victory, which is completion, which is success, which is training yourself for that 10K, or finally learning that language or that musical instrument, or getting your college degree, or learning that new skill, whatever it is. You just did it, and you don't know how you did it, you just kept going, and it worked out. Because what happens is, when you're committed to doing something, really committed, where there's no turning back no matter what, that commitment kicks into an energy that opens up all kinds of possibilities. People coming in to help you, opportunities, situations that you couldn't even plan to open up, because there's that high vibration energy of commitment no matter what. Now, the flip side of that is when the low vibration energy can distract you and give you a little bit of doubt, a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of distraction, that's enough to start the ball rolling into low vibration energy. And remember what I said at the start of this, high vibration energy attracts more high vibration energy, more possibility, more success, more opportunity, etc. The low vibration energy attracts more resistance, more obstacles, more discouragement, more frustration. So the whole success process, you're dealing with energy. And I know no one ever told you that, but it's a fact in energy awareness training. You're dealing with energies as you try to succeed on whatever it is that you're doing. And so many of the people who we see are successes were this close to failing, and in fact experienced tremendous setbacks. Sylvester Stallone's one of them. When he was trying to make it as an actor for a long time, and he was poor and going against great adversity, and he couldn't get any acting jobs. So he decided to write his own screenplay, right? And he wrote Rocky. And it was a pretty good screenplay, but he wasn't that successful in Hollywood. And he brought the script around, rejection, 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 rejection. Guy was rejected, what, 20, 30 times. Now, how many times can you be rejected and keep on going? Well, he kept going. He went into the fourth phase of, doesn't look like it's working. I can't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe I'm never going to get anywhere. Maybe this acting thing is a pipe dream. All of that stuff came to him. And he kept going. He just kept going. He just kept going. And he was able to let go and release the low vibration energy, or at least keep it at bay in order to keep taking action. So finally, around the 30th or 40th pitch that he made, someone said, yes, I want to buy your script. Yes, I want it. Wow. The success story, the success system. He goes, I knew if I persevered it. And they said, we want to buy your script. And we want to have another actor play Rocky. And he's like, wait a minute now, I wrote this script and I want to star in it. And they go, who are you? You got, you've got no major credits. You're not a star. You think we're going to make a movie with you? We're going to invest tens of millions of dollars with an unknown guy? No way. Sell us the script and we'll pay you for it, but you're not being the lead. Now, understand that Stallone at the time was piss poor. I mean, I think he was eating crackers for dinners, staying in some, low-life place, and they offered him $100,000 for the script. And you know what? That $100,000 for him was like $1 million to the rest of us. He sure could have used it. But he had his original vision. Step one, phase one, the vision. I write this, I want to star in it, this is my shot. Went to phase number two. What do I have to do? Write the screenplay, get it out there, market it, let people see me. 3, that's exactly what he did, over and over and over again, taking massive action. And phase number 4, rejection, frustration, limitations, the whole 9 yards. In fact, kept going, and he got to phase number 5, whereas somehow, some way he kept going, and he found someone finally, after on the brink of giving up, that said, all right, we'll let you start, we'll make you a deal, we're not going to pay you for the script, but we'll give you a back end deal, which is if we make money, we'll give you some. That was enough for him. And after that perseverance of years, he made Rocky and became one of the greatest success stories in Hollywood and in films. Same thing happened with a president, controversial president, but some of you guys might remember President Richard Nixon, who was a politician here in California, was a senator, and was picked to be the vice president of the United States with Eisenhower. This is going way back before any of us were born. But it's an interesting story. So he was vice president for 8 years, and then he wanted to be president. So, everything was going his way. He had a vision, wanted to be president. He figured, okay, well, if I'm vice president, that would be a great way for me to be able to get to the presidency. So he's vice president for 8 years, and then he decided, I'm going to run for president on my own. Okay? He just happens to run against one of the most charismatic and incredible presidents that we've ever had, named John F. Kennedy. And in the election of 1960, it was really close. It was neck and neck. And Nixon was, he was on the verge of becoming president, but he didn't make it. And Kennedy won, and he thought, all right, well, maybe not this time. So, when you lose the presidency, that hurts pretty bad. So what did he do? He decided to regroup. And 2 years later run for the governor of California. So he runs for governor of California against, a popular incumbent governor, Pat Brown, who was Jerry Brown's father. Again, a close race, but Nixon loses again. I mean, that's embarrassing. You're the vice president of the United States and you lose a presidential election and you can't even become elected governor. And his farewell, quote unquote, farewell speech was, well, you won't have Nixon to kick around anymore. You know, I'm done. I'm not going to be humiliated by you guys, by the press anymore. So he up and quit. And he became a lawyer in private practice. But he still kept his eye on the ball. He still wanted to be president, even though another election would come and another candidate would be nominated to run, and that candidate lost. So here it was, 8 years later. Now, according to the phases I'm talking about, right? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 looked like it was never going to happen for him. Humiliated, couldn't get elected dog catcher in California, much less governor. But 8 years, continuing to persevere, continuing to lay the groundwork, he ran for president again in 1968. And it was one of the biggest political miracles, got the nomination, ran against Hubert Humphrey, and won the presidency. One of the greatest comeback stories ever. And it illustrates the 6 phases I'm talking about. You know, especially, you know, the 4th phase, which went from the years 1962 to 1968. You had 6 years of thinking it's never going to happen. You know, the ship has passed. I blew my opportunity. Boom. You know, all of that stuff was getting drilled into his head. And he kept going. He says, well, yeah, maybe all the negativity will come through, but I'm staying in high vibrational energy. I'm going to keep going and make my goal happen. And eventually it turned out for him. So all of you who are trying to move forward in your life and trying to achieve something big, this is something that people never talk about. You know, you read all the success books, you know, they talk about have your vision, implement your plan, keep going until you succeed. Well, the phase between work your plan and succeeding, there's a big drop off from there. You're missing 2 phases, phase 4 and phase 5. Phase 4, understanding there's going to be resistance, frustration, setback. Moving into phase 5, where you just keep going no matter what. And then moving into the last phase where, because of that dedication, because of that commitment, because of that frequency that you're in, which is high vibration energy, you move into a place where now it just naturally works out. That's why you see people they call overnight successes. I love it. You see an actor, oh, where'd this person come from? You know, as a movie star. Yeah. Looks that way because you've only heard of them maybe for the past year or so, but they've spending, you know, maybe even years, maybe even decades, moving up, making the moves every day, step by step, and that's how success is worked. You know, it doesn't just drop on you one day. You know, we see people who are successful in politics or in sports or in entertainment, and they just drop out of the sky, you know, and took it up 6 months ago. You know, it was a steady stream of effort, focus, perseverance, setback, coming back, and dealing with all the phases. And especially the key to success is how you deal with phase number 4. When it looks like it's never going to happen, when it looks like it's the end of the line and you keep going anyway. That catapults you into phase 5, which catapults you into phase number 6. So remember this, all of you aspiring actors, writers, musicians, Olympians, athletes, whatever it is, these are the processes that you want to be aware of. And so many people aren't aware of the 4th phase. You know, they just figure, it's not happening for me. I guess it's not in the card. No, it's not. It's happening for you. It's just that you're dealing with the low vibration energy whose job it is to try to get you to quit, to try to get you to give up, to try to discourage you. Okay? These 2 energies are constantly interfacing with us, and they can access our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So when you become aware of your thoughts, and you don't believe everything you think, because there are other energies that can influence your thought process, your feelings, and your emotions. When you're energetically trained and every day you clean that energy internally, you release and identify, actually it's identify and release the low vibration energy, anxiety, stress, worry, negative self-talk, negative thoughts, and move into a place of possibility where you're coming from high vibration energy every single day. And you're not judging yourself, you're not criticizing yourself in low vibration energy. Whenever you're evaluating what's happening, you're doing it from a supportive process, you're doing it from a high vibratory, inspirational place. So here's the difference in the energies. The low vibration energy goes, oh man, I'm not successful yet. Or, oh man, I haven't gotten, this lesson down yet. Oh man, can you hear it in my voice? Like, ugh, ugh. What does that mean? Low vibration energy attracts more low vibration energy, more frustration, more anxiety, etc. The flip side of that is, okay, what do I need to do? Instead of judging and putting myself down, what do I need to do today to improve 1 inch, 1 step forward? What's the process? Who do I need to talk to? What input do I need? What do I need to improve in my game or in my lessons or in my technique to be able to go be 1 step better today than I was yesterday? When you're trying to, for the actors or the musicians who are trying to make it in showbiz, who did I talk to today? How about 1 more agent? How about 1 more producer? How about 1 more ad? How about 1 more networking party? Whatever the action is, 1 more. Keep going in the high vibratory realm. And what's that high vibration energy going to do? It's going to bring you more high vibration energy. So it's all energy, folks. The secret to all of this, to everything that we're doing, relationships, health, money, career, etc., below it all, it's all based on energy. What energy field that you're in. High vibration, low vibration. And remember the 6 phases. Again, I'm going to go over them real quick here. The first one is inspiration or vision of who you can be, what you can do, what you can achieve. Phase number 2 is implementing a plan to be able to do that. And a plan that's a proven plan, hopefully with people who've already done it, who can show you how to get where you want to get because they've already been there. The third phase is implementing on a regular basis a training system where you can grow every day closer to your goal and to get regular feedback on how you're doing with that. Great. Phase 4, that's when the resistance kicks in. That's when the pushback happens. That's when the setbacks happen. Be prepared for that. Most people quit when the going gets tough. They say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Interesting cliche, but it's true. So some people look at resistance and frustration and setbacks as a reason to quit. In high vibration energy, we welcome it. Frustration, great. A setback, wonderful. Because we know that it's necessary for those things to happen for us to move forward. So welcome them, don't resist them. And as that kicks into phase 5, where you're just going to keep going, no matter what your friends are doing, your colleagues are doing, people dropping by the wayside, you just keep going. You keep doing what you need to do and getting constructive feedback to get to the next level of where you want to be. Then you'll kick into phase number 6, which is it's all come together, it's all working out, and you're achieving your goal, or at least you're darn close. Whether you get the gold medal or not, or whether you get the Academy Award or not, at least you're in the ball game. At least you're at a skill level of other people who are at the top level. And that's where you want to be. And it involves 2 things: the effort, the focus, the actions that you take, and being energetically in alignment in high vibration energy with that dream, goal, or vision that you want. Okay, I hope this makes it really clear for you guys. It's all energy. And remember, nothing changes until energy moves. So that's what we want to keep moving that energy, keep moving up, keep moving out, keep moving forward.